Hey guys, I am Dani and welcome back to Summer Skye Gardens. So this is not my house, this is my parents' new house, and they were wanting to install a landscaping bed in the backyard. So I said I would do it for them, and I figured I would just show you some really easy steps for you to do this on your own. I apologize for any background noise. It's pretty windy today and they're still doing construction around this house with some other houses, so there may be a little background noise, but I've got all the materials and I just wanted to take you through step by step in case you want to install your own landscape bed. So one of the things that I stopped and got in order to kind of help mark off the bed, as well as will be part of building the bed, is some landscape edging. I really like landscape edging by Vigoro. They have one that is a no dig. I wanted something deeper so that we could really put in a lot of soil in order to plant a lot of good healthy flowering plants. But you can see here I got a 20-foot and that's going to cover the whole bed. So they wanted a bed right off the patio on this side of the house, so I just went through and kind of measured it with the landscape edging and just for the moment pinned it in place. This way I can go in and kill the grass in the precise area that we want to use. That's what I'll be doing today / tomorrow, and then we'll come in and we'll dig a trench to put the edging down in and fill it with dirt. Let me show you how I'm going to come in and kill the grass.
Now there's a lot of different ways that you can kill the grass. I mean, you can use Roundup, which I'm not a huge fan of, or some other kind of chemical. You can come in with a sod cutter, which is expensive. You have to go rent a tool to do this, but it does a really good job. You can scalp the grass and kind of rip it up, which I've done before at my own house, and that was a lot of work and didn't really work all that well. What I'm choosing to do today is to use an industrial strength vinegar. So it's at least a 35% solution or higher. Typically, this is something you would buy and dilute down to use for like cleaning, but I'm going to leave it at this percent and use it to kill the grass. This is an organic method. And I feel like it works pretty well. I'll likely end up doing 2 applications. Now, this is on Bermuda grass, which is very aggressive, and odds are it's still going to end up growing into the landscape bed and we'll have to pull it occasionally. But this should at least help to get things up and going. Since this is a new lawn, I'll also try to rip up some of the sod as well. But I'll just come through and try this out for starters, and then we'll build the beds and see how it goes.
So I am back over here at my parents'. It is the day after I came over and sprayed to kill the grass. I had to go get some more landscape edging because my mom wanted a second bed. So I'm going to go put that in and I'm going to see how the grass looks. If it still looks pretty good, then I will be spraying some more vinegar. So here we are in the back. You can see a lot of the grass has died. I'm going to apply a second application of the vinegar just to be sure. But overall, it's looking pretty good so far. All right, it is a few days after I started spraying the backyard beds. I came back today because I am going to dig a trench to sink the edging into, and then I'm going to take my mom over to the nursery so we can get some soil and pick out her plants. So let's go to the backyard and see how stuff looks, and I'll show you how I'm going to dig a trench. All right, here we are at the backyard, and I went ahead and dug a little trench and put the edging on this bed, and I'll show you guys how I'm going to do that one. But basically, you have this flat half moon shovel, and you just kind of press it down into the ground to do the trench, and then you lay the edging. Once we put the soil in, it'll help kind of even out the edging. So let me show you how I'm gonna do the other one. We are done. Laid out all the dirt and got to planting. So let me show you around what all we planted and how everything looks. All right, this is the bed by the house. Got our little water feature hooked back up. This is an agapanthus plant, which will do okay here in a little bit of the shade. Got a couple of roses, smell lovely. And then a Texas lantana, which is a Texas native, and that always does great over the summer. Put our hanging baskets back up. I'm going to talk loud because there's a lot of background noise. And here we have a kind of more of a butterfly bee pollinator garden here in the back. You have a Carolina jessamine that we're going to trellis and hopefully climb up the fence. Hibiscus. We have a milkweed for the monarch butterflies, a verbena. These are all pink zinnias in the front, which are a huge favorite of butterflies. We have a couple of salvias, so one that's a little more pinkish, one that's the traditional more purplish blue. Have a lemon basil here, which will flower and be great for bees. So will the mint. Another lantana, which will really spread out. And then another basil, I forget the variety, but it's kind of more of a cinnamon basil, so it should put out like some purplish flowers. But yeah, gave everything a deep drink of water, and we will see how stuff starts to bloom over the next couple of weeks. Should start to look really pretty. And there you have it. So super easy backyard bed set up. Hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.